All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube, this is Pastor Dow. Well, here we are on Election Day. And people are going to be going out and voting, but this is not what this video is about. This video is about to be able to stimulate thought, consciousness, to activate it, and to at least get you to think, all right? We live in a time and a world and a society of today where people do not want their perspectives, their point of views, in what they have adopted as what they perceive as truth or moral truth to be challenged. And if anyone disagrees with their perspective, they automatically cast them out as evil without exercising self-autonomy. Henceforth, that's why you continue to keep hearing the word democracy crammed down our throats and stuff. And the reason for this is because there is a silent voice that is, while it's real loud, it's very silent, and it wants you to go ahead and acquiesce. It wants you to capitulate to the ideal and the attitude that the majority is right. That's why you don't hear the word republic mentioned much at all, because those of us who are in the know, and that's not N-O, that's K-N-O-W, we know that the rights of the majority cannot take away the rights of one. That's why we're a republic. And, it's amazing because during this, if you cannot vigorously debate your cause, if people are going to exercise a lot of visceral means people who have strong feelings and strong emotions about something while not using intellect or intelligence. That's where we're faced at today in society. And nobody, for some reason, likes being challenged about things that they say is truth and what they believe. Now, I'm totally opposite. I'm totally opposite as a minister and a preacher. If you disagree with what I say, that's fine. I don't mind, because disagreement is healthy. And there are times that for either your sake or my sake, we need to be objectively disagreeable in order to come to, hopefully, a healthy conclusion. But for us to dig in and be so bullheaded and use bullying tactics, especially if you're ministers or especially if you have some type of influence on YouTube, and to think that my way is the right way, and to not have it open for dialogue. Now, I don't mean opening up the dialogue to every Tom, Dick, Harry, Mutt, and Jeff that's out there, because people are very opinionated. Henceforth, that's the reason why that I'm getting ready to have a debate in Fairfax, Virginia, November the 13th at the Hilton Garden Inn. I'll include more information down here. And the debate is over biblical marriage. We have had a society that has presented to us what they call traditional marriage. Now, I beg to differ. Traditional marriage has nothing to do with biblical marriage. And we're going to actually debate this cause openly, because, people, it's easy for them when they disagree with someone. What they want to do is first thing they do is they run to YouTube, they make a video giving out their perspective, but they never want their perspective challenged. And they want to spew into other people what they believe to be truth. And the truth is, ministers, we exercise some influence over people, but my challenge to people is that you use self-autonomy. That's my challenge. My challenge to people is that you scrutinize. You learn how to scrutinize and learn how to develop a critical ear, even when listening to me. If you disagree with me about something, at least tell me why you disagree. But do not come from your own personal feelings or your own facts. Nobody wants to hear your opinion. Nobody wants to hear your facts. Just like you're not here to listen to my personal opinion. You're here to listen to facts that represent truth, that brings about a lifestyle of influence to where you can actually see that the person who is preaching and teaching, ministering, instructing, lives what they believe. Most people get on here and preach and teach, and most people, they would do that all day long. And they would do a lot of reporting, but hey, 99.9% of the people that speak do not believe what they say. Henceforth, politicians, henceforth, preachers today, they don't believe what they say. And so a lot of people are closed up, but YouTube is giving them a refuge to be able to run behind a video camera. And then a lot of things that you agree with today is based on your own book of the law. Did you know that? And most people know how to speak to that book of the law. Yes, they do. Because if you already have made personal agreements with something, that means it's equally hard to get someone to penetrate that mind if you have already made up your mind what truth is. Now, we may all be entitled to our own opinion, but we are not entitled to our own facts. That's just the truth. We're not. And so we have to have references. We have to have history behind us. We have to have the word. And it has to be able to back up what we truly believe, because we're warned in every aspect of life, be it social, political, economics, religious perspectives or point of view. People will twist, people will distort, and people will warp. I submit to you that debate and debating your cause is a very healthy event in order to bring closure on a lot of people's minds. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a love for the truth, but the truth is you need to have a love for the truth, because anytime you are not presented the truth and you believe something other than the truth, you have accepted lies. And in accepting lies, you're developing a character, whether you like it, comprehend it, understand it or not. I mean, we live in Western European pagan America, who they assume in function that they're serving the same Jesus that I am. That's just an assumption. But when you watch in function, when you watch in lifestyle, and when you really truly become a student, most people don't want to do that, but when you really truly become a student of that book right there, you find out that the Apostle Paul talked about people serving another Jesus, someone that they didn't preach. And this other one has been preached so long that now we got deers flying across the sky with red nose. We got a fat man that's going to give 7 billion presents in one night to all the children of the world. It's utterly amazing. We got rabbit laying eggs. We got the Sabbath change from Saturday to Sunday. There's been so much mental gymnastics. There's been so much stress that has been placed upon the minds that now people have embraced lies so long that they get offended at you when you tell them the truth, and you become their enemy for telling them the truth. You know what's amazing is that it takes time for people to discover, and they have to have a discovery process. That even though at times my speech may be harsh, I really mean no hurt, no harm at all. It's a lot of times I have to scream and holler, and I have to project my voice so loud just in order to be able to, at many times, offend the lie that is already in us, depending on what that perspective is. Just in order to get you to begin a journey of what truth is. I preach the gospel, I live it. That's evident. Most people preach it, but they don't live it. And that's how you know in that area you can believe me to tell the truth. Hey, I hope to see you in Fairfax, Virginia, November the 13th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Hilton Garden Inn. They're in Fairfax, Virginia. I'll be there live, debating on the subject of biblical marriage. Not only that, we're going to actually do what we can to broadcast it. It would either be broadcast streamed live here on YouTube or at online-church.org. It depends on which one we can get the best signal at. If you go to either one of those streams, you should be able to catch the live feed. I look forward to seeing you there. Excuse me. I also want to say there's no cover charge. You come right on in. Come right on into the debate and have a seat. There should be plenty of room, plenty of seating for all those who plan on attending. I've purchased a room large enough to be able to comfortably sit 250 people. Also, my advice is this, is that if you come, it's amazing because, I'm paying so much money for this room. And I mean an extraordinary amount of money for this room. And yet and still, they want me to pay even more than an extraordinary price for coffee and water and juices and everything else. So my advice to you is this, is if you're coming with your wife, wives, concubines, servants. No such thing as girlfriends and boyfriends in Israel. If you're coming with them, bring your own stuff to drink, and in a bag, bring your own snacks or something like that, so that if you do get hungry, I would advise not to bring children. Let somebody else watch your children, especially if they're small, because all they're going to be is a distraction in the meeting if you cannot control them. We don't have that trouble straightway. If you watch any of our services, you notice our children are quiet. It's just an amazing thing to watch. I mean, from like 6 months all the way up. I mean, if they do get a little antsy, they want to be hungry, something, they'll give their, the mothers communicating, they take them out, they feed them, they come back in, and they're quiet again. But it's amazing to sit and watch our children sit in our services from 6 months all the way up to 18 years old. They just sit there. They sit there quiet, and they listen attentively to what's being said. But I look forward to seeing you there. And let me know what you're doing on this day in election right here. And again, it would behoove you bring your own stuff to the meeting now there, because they won't allow me, because I wanted to buy a bunch of pastries. I want to buy a bunch of stuff and just put it inside the room. But they wouldn't allow it. That is amazing to me with the amount of money that I'm paying. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, looking forward to seeing you there. More like I'm making more videos while we're on that journey. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you lost what I said, go back in this video and consider what I say. And may the Most High give you understanding. Have a wonderful day.